Hello and welcome to another episode of Spare Time Gardening with me, Simon. And I'm down south in our Hampshire garden and I'm in the Compass. So this is just a quick episode just to show you me potting on really. I've taken a cutting that I'm going to show you as well, but I'm going to pot on some winter bedding plants that I've ordered from Thompson Morgan. So 60 in total. I'll talk you through what we've got, we'll pot them on and then hopefully we'll have a really good display over the sort of winter, early spring season. So as always, enjoy. So here are the winter bedding collection. There's 60 plants in total. According to the label, you'll see on there, we've got Polyanthus, Pansies, a couple of those, Violas, Primrose, Polyanthus, another Primrose and a Viola. So there's plenty there, 6 of each variety. But I also got from Thompson Morgan a note just saying that there's a change to the order. So the Polyanthus Firecracker apparently hasn't performed as expected. So what they've done is they've replaced that with a Polyanthus Crescendo mix. Apparently that's closest match to the original order. But colour is colour in the garden. They're replacing one Polyanthus with another Polyanthus, so I guess we'll be all right. So we're going to pop these on into little trays ready for the to grow on a little bit before we put them in their final position in the garden. But I also want to show you the Coleus, and this is grown from seed, and we've got some pots in the greenhouse just growing them on, and unfortunately this one broke, so there was just a stalk at the bottom, so I just popped it in some water literally a week ago. But look at the root system on that. So a week today that was put in water just like it is there, just to see if it would survive, and wow, the roots on that. So I'll put that on, so in essence a free plant. But anyway, let's get cracking on and get these plug plants potted on. Let's just pot on this cutting then that we've taken. So I've just got a little pot, just make a hole, make it big enough so the roots can go in. And then this has got plenty of roots, so just pop it in there, just like that. Firm around the roots, hold it in place. And I'll just pop a little bit more compost around the bottom. Maybe just a little bit around this bit. And then we'll just firm that in and give it a water. And there you go, free plant from just a bit that was broken. So let's pot on the plug plant, shall we? So I'll pot on these plug plants that we've got from Thompson Morgan. So I've prepared my tray. Trick with these is they're all well labelled, so you know that A and B are Polyanthus. I've got 12 of those, so if you keep them in the same order, then you've got the reference point so you know whichever plant it is, or alternatively if you've got a label, then of course label. I tend to use a pencil as a dibber. If you've got a dibber, great, but then you know, just make a hole big enough for the plug to go in. So I know I've got 12 of these, so I'm going to make 12 holes to start off with. If you need to make it bigger with your finger, then you know, absolutely do that. The camera's falling over. So that's 10, and we've got 12, so let's just make 12 holes. And then just take your plugs. So here we go, just nice plugs. And then sometimes they're a bit hard to get out, sometimes you can just push them out. I tend to use a pencil, and again, if you just push the bottom, sometimes you can just tease them out. If not, give the little plastic a squeeze and they should just tease out nicely. And there you have your plug plant. So drop that in into the hole you've made, and all we're going to do is follow that all the way through and then give them a water. Put them somewhere not necessarily dry, because these are winter plants, so they can, you know, they can stay outside. Maybe just protect them from sort of any really bad weather or high winds until they get established. But then once they've established, then they'll be perfectly fine outdoors. You do get any that are a little bit worse for wear, like this one certainly looks worse for wear. Still pot it on, because with a lot of these they will recover, so it's best just trying just to see. So that's the first 12, and then let's do the next 12. Sorry, the camera keeps falling over. There we go. So these next ones are Pansy, are the next ones. So that's 6 of those. And like if you keep them in order, and at least you know which is which. Or you can just label, which is probably easier. So I've got another one here that looks like it's seen better days. I would be interested actually in, oh look at the root system on that one, right? Beautiful. I would be interested in seeing what your experiences though, if you've ordered from Thompson Morgan. Like for example, look at these two. I'm not sure if they'll survive or whether they'll take on. I've had a couple of orders this year where I've had similar experience where the quality is not like it used to be. I mean, let's see if they grow on, and hopefully they will, but it's not. We talk about the quality and sending you different products, but even the ones they've sent, there's always a couple in there that, you know, I expect better of Thompson Morgan, and I said never had any problems before. So that's the Pansy mix, matrix mix, and let's do the Pansy universal winter flower. And again, this is, you know, there's some that are alright, but there's some there that just seems to have rotted off. I'm not sure if that's, have they been overwatered before they've been posted, or you can ask for the maxi crop. You're supposed to give them a special feed when they send them. Is it that? But yeah, the quality is definitely not as good as it used to be. Just interested to see if anyone else out there has experienced the same sort of issues. Yeah, there's probably three in there that are poor quality. Disappointing. These 6 look much healthier. So again, Is it the variety? Some done better than others. Going to be interested to see what other people have experienced. That was Pansy Universal Winter Flowering. Now these are Violas. Again, these look half decent. As I said, the quality used to be really good. These next ones are Primrose. I've only got five spaces here, so put the other one in a different tray. So the ones that aren't rotting seem to have got good root system on them. And they have your first tray, so I'll just the rest to do, and then we've got them potted on. So there you go, 60 winter collection plug plants potted on. Give them a bit of water, a bit of protection for a few days, maybe a week, and should look marvellous. There you go, another job ticked off.
Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe by clicking the subscribe button, and please feel free to leave your comments and feedback below. I'd love to hear from you, so don't be shy, and of course I'll reply. See you soon.